this is our second day in Levi and we are feeling better, happily. I am having so many layers of clothing as you can see. Anyways, we are now going to Tokka Safari tours to go to a tour with Snowmobiles and Reindeer Slide, or how it's called in English. And I think it will be very fun. We will film with our GoPro, and I can leave in this video how it went for us and a video with GoPro if we manage to get some good shots, and hopefully it will be very fun and nice. I will let you know. Now we are walking to Tokka Safari, their workplace, and yep. So this was our morning view from our accommodation in Levi. It was so beautiful. If you want to see the video of us arriving in Levi, check out my last video. But anyways, we were now at Tokka Safari and we were preparing for the snowmobile experience. As I've already told you, we paid 145 euros per person. That was a little bit expensive, but as you can expect, the activities in Lapland in December are very expensive. So for the reindeer experience and also for the snowmobile experience, I think that was pretty fair, and they did an amazing job preparing us for the ride, and it felt super safe. We were given this equipment that made us feel super warm, and it was very comfortable. It was our first time going on a snowmobile and we felt very confident. Just going to lift up.
Sorry?
Here.
Okay.
And press here. So I left a little bit of the original sound so you could hear how they gave us instructions on how to use a snowmobile, and as I already told you, it was our first time. It was pretty scary. At the beginning we were going very slow, but easily we started to go a little bit faster. And could you see that animal passing in front of us? That was a total surprise, and I am not sure what animal it is. If you know, please leave it down below in the comments because I'm really curious about it. But anyways, you can see that we were actually going on the sidewalk, I think, and we even had stop signs because we were crossing the roads. So there is an entire infrastructure here for snowmobiles, which is really cool. We were going at the beginning right next to the main road, which was very interesting, and it was super safe because we did not have to go on the actual road. But after that we just started going inside the forest, and that was super magical. I mean, even from my video it is not really obvious how incredible and how magical this experience was. So I fully recommend you to do it if you can, if it's within your budget and if you're interested in that. But please be aware that it is pretty scary, that after you get used to driving the snowmobile, everyone starts to go faster and faster. So at some point we were speeding a lot, and when there were some bumps it felt a little bit scary, but maybe also because I was not the one driving initially. I think that when returning I was the driver and it seemed a lot more difficult than when I was on the back and I was not driving, but it was really an incredible experience that you have to do at least once in your lifetime. But anyways, we have finally arrived at the reindeer farm, and at the beginning we could go and say hello to them and just watch them relax. And after that the guides took the reindeers and they were really next to us. So as you can see right now on the video, one reindeer was right next to my head, and that was really incredible. And also they told us about how they are treated. And one thing that I appreciated about all the tours here in Lapland is that all the animals seems to be well taken care of. And also this tour, for example, was really short, so even though you may want it to be longer because it was more expensive, I feel like for the well-being of the animals it's good that it's just a short experience, so you can see what it's like in the beautiful Lapland, to go on a sled, I think it's called in English, carried by reindeers. So that was really a very interesting experience, even though it was pretty short. But anyways, you can still see I was filming around the trees and it looked out of a winter fairy tale. And as I already told you, even though the tour is pretty expensive, let's say, I feel like if you get to Lapland it's worth doing all the tours that are possible there, because I feel like there are just a few places in the world where you could do all of this and it's really authentic. But anyways, the guides were really knowledgeable and they were super friendly, so we had a very good experience with this tour. We also got some hot tea and some hot chocolate and some snacks, and after that we returned still with our snowmobile, and this time we were going a lot faster than on the way to the reindeer farm because everyone was more familiar with a snowmobile. But in case you don't feel very confident in driving it, I am sure they can wait for you. Probably every experience and every group is different because our guide was always looking behind to make sure no one gets left behind. So probably if they see that one person is left behind or is not confident enough, they will slow down. So do not worry about that. But anyways, now that the video is coming to an end, I want to thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed it and if you found it useful, please don't forget to like it and also to subscribe. And if you have any suggestions or any questions, make sure you leave them down below in the comments. I have a lot more videos coming from Finland, still from Lapland, and then from New Zealand, Australia, the Faroe Islands, Scotland, and so much more. So if you're interested in that, make sure you subscribe and see you in the next video. Bye bye!